Hello everyone, I am Abhishek and today we are going to solve longest palindromic subsequence problem. So let's get started. So the problem statement here says that given a string S, find the longest palindromic subsequence length in S. So a subsequence is a sequence that can be derived from another sequence by deleting some or no element without changing the order of the remaining element. So here the subsequence can be B, 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 and we can delete the A. Here it is mentioned here that a subsequence is a sequence that can be derived from another sequence by deleting some or no element. So we can delete any number of element here and we can have our subsequence without changing the order of the remaining elements. So order of the elements should be the same. So like here B, B, B and AB is there, so we can delete the A here in order and we can have the subsequence B, B, B and B. And like that here C, B, B, D is there, so we can delete C and D and we can have B and B. Like a subsequence can be here at CBB or BBD, but subsequence cannot be DCB like that. It can't be like in any order. It should be in a order, but in that order we can delete any number of element from that. Uh, so what should be the difference between a subsequence and a substring? A substring, uh, let's find out what's a substring. Difference between subsequence and substring. So the key difference is that substring must be continuous sequence of character from the original string, whereas subsequence can have character that are non-continuous. Okay, so in substring we cannot delete any element here. Like in subsequence we can delete element and in a order, like in a proper order. The order can't be changed both in subsequence and substring. But in subsequence the thing is it like can be continuous, cannot be continuous. But in substring it should be always continuous. We cannot delete any element in substring. So that's the key difference between subsequence and substring. And here we can go through all, but we have to get the subsequence first, and that should be a palindromic subsequence, and we have to return the total number of character in the palindromic subsequence. So what can we use over here for top-down approach? Here also recursion and memoization we need to use it, but how can we write? Like we can pass the index, so one by one the index will move. So here we can move with the index part. I think it's an extension of longest common subsequence problem. So let me see any similar question is there. Longest palindromic substring, yeah, longest common subsequence. It's an extension of that. Uh, how can we approach this part? For longest common subsequence, there were two strings, and on the two string we are checking if any character are similar or not, and we are deleting the character or we are just checking the character if same or not, and we are calculating that. But here we need to find out the subsequence also, and among them the subsequence, the it should be a substring also, and that should be the longest. So three things needed to be taken care of here. Give me a moment, let me think how can I solve it. So B and AB is there. What I can do here is, let me make a string s1 and s2. I'm not sure what I'm doing, but let me check if I can do it in this way. String s1 s2, then I can have my helper function, and I will pass my string s1 with 0th index and string s2 with s dot length -1, or I can have int n over here, n equals s dot length. So I'm passing the last index here. So the we know that string s1 and s2 both are the same. So one we can have with the last element. If the last element are same, we will add 2 plus 2, and we will come to this sub problem. Or here also we need to use the gap method, because we are reducing the number of size of our substring. So here this part we will check. If it is true, then we will add +2 for our character, and we will move to the like smaller sub problem. So on smaller sub problem we will check if, okay, I don't need this 2 string. I will have only my 1 string here s, and I will start from first and the last index. So here let me have my helper function, strng string %s, as I want for the reference thing here, and here I will have my int I and int j. So whenever s of I equals s of j, at that point of time I will have my substring as, okay, this is not correct, yeah, I plus 1, and then here it will be j minus 1. So at that point if we will check, and here I need to add 2 plus, because I have found 2 character. So 2 plus, and after that I need to check the other thing. So if I am not getting any character similar from the starting and the end character, then what I can do is I can check deleting this first character and going to the end, and deleting this last character and going to the first. So for BBA it will be like one will be one sub problem will be for BA, and another sub problem will be for BB. Then we can get it here like one will be I will put the starting, and I will decrease one element from last one, and another will be I will increase one element and I will put it same here, and whichever will be maximum I need to return that. One second, let me correct the indentation and syntax. Okay, I need to return my max number, and here I can return from here itself with 2 plus, and whenever like that, whenever I will get to a point where I becomes greater than j, then I need to return false, and any other case I'm missing, like if s of I equals to s of j, then that part, when I and j are pointing to the same thing, like if I and j are pointing to b only, then at that point I cannot have this 2 plus, I need to return 1. So if I equals to j, then I can return 1. But if I equals to 2, for I equals to 2, what I am thinking here is how can I tackle the two character thing, because in if we have only two character like bb, or we have only b and a, or bb we can say bb, then I am calling this helper function, so I plus 1 and j minus 1 should return me 0 over here. So I am doing 2 plus and it is returning me 0. And that's it, good enough for here. And let me have my dp over here for memoization, so it will be n comma factor of n comma minus 1 because minus 1 is an answer which we cannot return, it can't be an answer at all in this case, so that's why I am initializing dp with minus 1, and dp of here it will be I and j, and this case also I need to map with ij, and this case also I need to map with ij. Here I can have let me put it here, and that will be also will not have an issue. If dp of I and j is not equals to minus 1, then return this dpij, and I need to pass my dp over here first. Here also we need to pass the dp, then here also dp, here also dp. It sounds correct. Now let's run it and see if okay, no return type int, we need to return the int over here, and here also we have no return type, here also we need to return the int, but what it told dot we have pointed, okay, one dot was there, and we can return from here itself. correct. Let's submit our answer. Yeah, here our answer is correct. And here the time and space complexity. The time complexity will be like O of n square, and space complexity will be also O of n square plus our auxiliary space our stack space for the recursive calls. So stack space can go to O of n. Stack space will be O of n. So our space complexity is O of n square plus O of n. That we can tell the space complexity as O of n square only, because O of n we can omit because it's the lower lower variant, linear variant. So we can say that space complexity is also O of n square and time complexity is also O of n square in this case. And let me think of if we can solve this in any other way. We can solve it in tabulation way also, but I was thinking one thing while solving, that can we have two string. Might not be that an efficient solution, but that could be also a solution. That in the longest common subsequence, you all have seen that we have solved using two strings. Okay, so we are just checking there two strings. So instead of checking in this way, one string will be this and another will be the reverse of this. So we can go from I and j with both the strings, and if I j seems to be same, we will go from I plus 1 and also j plus 1 for the both, as there will be both two strings. Once again, let me see if we can do it. So here BBBAB is there, so this one will be BABBB, because one will be the string and one will be the string reverse. Let me write it as reverse, REVERSE, reverse. So we will check from one character. So this one, as this is the reverse of this. So if we got like all the string here and here to be same, then it's obviously a palindrome. But here it is said that we can delete any one of our character here. So here we can check the BB. So B and B are same, so we can delete it. We can have our sub problem. Let me write the sub problem. It will be best to write it. It will be like BBAB will be my next sub problem, and here it will be ABBB will be my next. Then what can I do is, from both the string, one string I will keep the same and another string I will go to the next index like BBB. So there I will check. So next we can do is, there I can, if there I can check one I am deleting from here. Oh, first we delete it from here then. So BAB it will be there, and here ABB, but here also we don't have any matching. So there also we can delete it from here, but we will have only BA and AB. So like that if we will do for many sub problem, if we delete it for this, if we delete the A from here, then we will left with BBB. So this BB and this BB will be done means that will be matching. So at the end we will for sub for some sub problem, hypothetical sub problem I am taking care of, thinking this part. So b will be, so total we will now, total we have 3 and we need to match this fourth b also. So this we can delete, this we can delete, and b and b we can match. One thing would be there, this. And if for uh, any other case, if matching is not there, then this we can delete over here and this we can check. Okay, let me bring it in this way. Int as reverse equal to s dot, how can we reverse the string? Reverse the string in C++. Std reverse we have, so okay, let me copy this directly to here. Std reverse s dot begin s dot end. So is it giving me anything? No. So it will directly reverse this string itself. So any other way to do it, like s dot reverse the string in C++ without without making changes to the original string. Create a new string using reverse iterator by manually copying the character. Yeah, this is what I want. Std string reverse str. Yeah, this I can take. Or any other ways, like we can iterate from backward and I can add it. Okay, but I want to use this algo. Better to use this algo only. So std string s reverse s. So it is reverse begin to reverse end. We are just copying here basically. Okay, that's also fine. Then now I can have my string, then string reverse, and I can start from 0th index itself, 0. I will be having one int, then string ampersand s reverse, then whenever my I is greater than s dot length or my j is greater than s dot length, then I need to return 0. And here this part is not required. Whenever there is a matching, now there will be only one matching at one part. I need to do I plus 1 j plus 1 dp. Then also I need to pass the s reverse. Let me make it little simpler. Let me make it sr for the reverse. And if okay, j length this if sr is for the j I plus 1 and sr j plus 1, then this then we need to pass the sr. We need to go to j plus 1 and c, and one will be j and I plus 1. We need to check all the possible combinations. We can have is reverse, I plus 1 j plus 1 reverse, and yeah, let's see. dp of ij overflow of some index. I am taking here n into n only. So, and here also I am checking if I is greater than s or j is greater than s dot length. That time I am just returning 0. So there should not be any point here. But what's happening here? Heap buffer overflow address at this. One thing here is I am checking s of I and s of sr, then dp of I 1 plus alpha of s I plus 1 and sr j plus 1 dp, because one matching we got. Then dp of ij, here I am doing my part of I j plus 1 and I plus 1 and j with the dp, correct? What is happening over here then? If dp of ij it should be greater than equals to, because index comes till like length minus 1, that's why. Okay, now we got our answer correct and we can submit it over here. And here also the time and space complexity both will be the same as previous one, and it's just that we are taking on extra space, but that will not matter much unless our string is very big. So space complexity just O of n plus whatever the last space complexity was there, that is O of n square plus O of n for our recursive stack, plus one more thing, this space we are taking O of n for reversing and applying it. And in time complexity also you can add, like, because we are copying these things, so time complexity will be also increased from plus O of n